Today we're answering the question, how should a Christian respond to a beggar on the street? It's a good question, and one that is pretty challenging for all of us. Sometimes it's a little awkward and not quite sure what to do. Let me just read a passage from Matthew 25 that'll kind of set the tone a little bit for us as we try to answer that question, probe a little bit into the mind of Christ, and seek some wisdom for ourselves. In Matthew chapter 25, starting in verse 35, Jesus says, "For I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you welcomed me. I was naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came to me." Then the righteous will answer him, saying, "Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you drink? And when did we see you a stranger and welcome you, or naked and clothe you? And when did we see you sick or in prison and visit you?" And the king will answer them, "Truly I say to you, as you did it to one of the least of these, my brothers, you did it to me." This is part of a parable that Jesus was teaching on how we should respond to situations like this. For most of us, as I mentioned earlier, it's very awkward when we're walking down the street, or we're driving and we see a panhandler or somebody on the corner with a sign that needs money or food or work, and we're not really sure what we should do. It's a difficult thing, and I'd say that there are three options for us as Christians to consider. First, we could give them money. If you're not sure, I would say err on the side of giving somebody money. Even if somebody misuses your money to either hurt themselves or to get access to drugs or alcohol or something else, even if that happens, which you wouldn't know about, you're responding out of faith. You're responding out of obedience to lend a hand to somebody in need. Secondly, for those who are concerned that perhaps that beggar or that person is going to use that money for something that's going to hurt themselves or continue an addiction or whatever it might be, which is a perfectly legitimate thought to have in that moment. I've had them myself all the time, actually, when I run into these situations. The second option for a Christian to consider is to go and get a meal or a certificate at a local restaurant to bring back to the person. This way you will provide them something that they need, some food. Whether you go get a certificate or whether you bring them a meal, you're going to sacrifice both your time and your money. And certainly that sacrifice is going to be something that honors the Lord in that situation. The third option is that you could direct this person to a local organization that provides various needs. We do this all the time at our church. We try to send people to places where they are specifically geared towards supplying the needs of people in need. One of the places that we use quite a bit is a place called FaithWorks. FaithWorks is out of Janesville, and what they do is provide a variety of needs for people. And their phone number, if you're interested, it is 608-531-1880. So those are three things for a Christian to consider as we encounter these situations. At the end of the day, we need to trust the Lord will give us wisdom to act appropriately in each circumstance. God bless you.